Hey everybody, it's Christine Parma of ChristineParma.com, and welcome to another free but kind of priceless business training full of tips and strategies and advice to help you thrive in business and create a life you love. So today is a really hot topic. It's all about getting clients, but specifically I'm going to be talking about the 3 big mistakes that you make when writing your offer, putting it out there on your website, or talking to a client that repels your dream clients and keeps you struggling to actually get booked. So, when you think about how you're putting your work out into the world and how your clients connect with you and find you and decide, yes, this person can help me, or no, this person cannot help me, it comes down to how you're making your offer and how you've structured your offer, how you're talking about your services, your programs, or your products that you're offering. Makes sense, right? So there are 3 big mistakes that I see so often that entrepreneurs are making that really make it so that you're not connecting with your dream clients. And when they read your offer, they're thinking, well, no, this really isn't, this isn't the person to help me. And that's really a shame, because I know that, if you're watching this video, you're the kind of person who is out there about spreading goodness and doing good in the world, and you want to connect with the people that you can truly help. And it could be, if you're not doing that, if you're having problems doing that, it could be that your offer is the thing that's holding you back. So let's dive into these 3 big mistakes with your offer. And I see this a lot in the coaching industry. So the first big mistake that you might be making with your offer is that you're focusing on the how of the transformation, the how of how you're going to help people. So in your offer on your website, you talk about the number of sessions they get with you, how long the sessions are, how many modules they get in your program, or how many DVDs or CDs, or how long the things are. So that's the what. That's the process of how you actually help them. And that's a huge mistake to focus on that, because think about it from a logical perspective. If I'm your client and you're going on and on about how many sessions I get, if it's a lot of sessions, for example, you're piling in a lot of sessions because you want to make it seem really valuable by putting in more, which is another mistake, called side note mistake here, that I'll note, that I may be sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, 12 sessions, I don't have time for 12 sessions. And frankly, 12 sessions isn't really what I care about. What do I care about? I care about the transformation that's going to happen from working with you, the results that I'm going to get from working with you, the outcome of the program, how my business is going to be improved, how much happier I'm going to feel, how much easier something is going to be for me. So that's what I really care about, not the what, the process, how many sessions, or how long each session is. If you guys have questions as I go along, go ahead and pop them in the comments. Or if you like what I'm saying, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you like it. And of course, if you like the video, please share the video. So how to fix this problem? So instead of focusing on how many sessions that somebody gets, or how long they work with you, or how many personal training meetings they get, if you're a health and fitness coach, for example, or if they get how many meal plans they get every week, focus on the outcome that the person gets from working with you. So say you're a health and wellness coach and you include meal plans and nutritional planning for them. Mention that, the how, but the how is only 10%, of your offer. The rest of it needs to be focused on, the outcomes, how much healthier the person is going to feel, how much more energy they're going to have, if they're going to lose weight, they're going to feel great about being a great mom because they're feeding their kids healthy, nutritious meals that they can make in less than 30 minutes, for example. These are some of the outcomes that you would focus on. I'm going to quickly refresh my page so I can see the comments. that you want to focus on in your offer. You want to make that front and center. So that kind of segues into the second big mistake that people make with their offers. And that is not focusing on a big problem for your clients or a real problem for your clients. And when I say a real problem, you have to look at the problem, what problem you're solving for people from your dream client's perspective. So sometimes there can be, or even often maybe, there can be a disconnect between what people think their problem is and what you as the expert with your expert knowledge know that the real problem is, the underlying problem, and that needs to be addressed in order for them to get the results they want. So let's say, for example, I'm a mom who's just had a baby and I want to lose the extra baby weight. Well, I may think my problem is, well, I just need to lose these 10 pounds and it's, pregnancy that caused it. But if you're a health and wellness coach or nutritionist, you may be approaching it from, well, part of the reason that you're having problems losing extra baby weight is the foods you're eating, or that your adrenals may be burned out because you've been so stressed, or you're not exercising in the right way for your body, or that you're not eating enough fats, for example, to lose the extra baby weight. So those are your things, but if I'm a mom who wants to lose baby weight and you tell me, hey, you need to eat more fat, I may think, are you crazy? I need to lose weight, and losing weight means I got to eat less and I got to work out really hard and I have to really deprive myself, and that's why I resist doing it, for example. So you have to meet people where they are. You have to talk to what they feel their true problems are. I'll give you another example. When I was working for Harv Eker, his introductory live program was called the Millionaire Mind Intensive. So that's the hook, right? People are thinking, I want to be a millionaire. I want to think like a millionaire. I want to have a millionaire mind. So that hooks them in the door. That gets them in the door so that he has the opportunity to actually change their lives. Same with you. You got to get them in the door so that you can actually go about helping them and changing their lives. Now, what was his Millionaire Mind Intensive really about? And I know because I did pretty much all of his programs. It was about mindset. It was about the inner game. It was about the inner work. Because he, as the expert, knew that if you have belief systems that keep you from, feeling good about earning money, if you have belief systems that say money is dirty, people who have money are bad people, and you want to actually be a good person, then there's going to be an internal conflict going on saying, I want to earn money, but I believe people with money are bad people, and I want to be a good person, so I can't have money because that makes me a bad person. There's conflicting belief systems. So you've got to clean that up in order to get to the place where you can be even open to receiving, $1 million or earning $1 million. So you can actually follow through on the actions that will actually lead to you earning that kind of money. So it was about the inner game. So it wasn't that he was promising one thing and then, switcheroo and delivering something else. He was giving people what they needed, but in the offer, he was meeting people where they were, and they were thinking, my problem is money, and it needs to be solved by money, and if I just know how to earn more money, then all my problems will be solved. And we all know, when we really think about it, that it goes a lot deeper than that. So he would get them in the door with what they thought they needed, and then give them what they actually did for transformation. And I can speak, from personal experience, completely life-changing, And I didn't feel deceived or duped or anything like that. So if that's one of your fears around using, hooky titles or really talking about what you do in a way that is really enticing to your dream clients, don't worry about being deceptive. As long as you're delivering results that really matter to them and you're clear and upfront about these are the results that you can expect, then it's not deceptive or dishonest in any way. And you can totally make an offer that meets your clients where they are with integrity and feel great about it. So the last big mistake that I'm going to share with you today about that people make when putting their offers out there, their website copy, talking about their services or their programs, is talking in industry jargon. And this is really hard to spot. And I'll, again, say this from experience that, when you've gotten into an industry and you've been, like for me, coaching, been in the personal development world for a really long time and, been coaching for a while, and I'm kind of steeped in this language of empowerment and, inner balance and, feeling peaceful and being inspired. And that's industry jargon. You may not think it is, but it is. And I actually hired somebody as an outside perspective to help me with this particular piece, to help me, vet my offers and be a second set of eyes on my copywriting, because it's so hard to see when you're this close to your work, when you're this close and always steeped in it, to your, in your offers and the language that you use, and you're used to using that language. The problem is, you have to think, do my dream clients walk around saying, gosh, I really wish I were feeling more empowered today? No. I wish I just was inspired, No, they don't say that. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm making this mistake, and I wasn't even realizing it. My clients, for example, they don't walk around saying, I wish I was feeling more empowered and inspired to build a more profitable business, or get my life more in balance with kids and work. Things that they say is, gosh, I wish I could just connect with my dream clients. I wish I could just get booked. I wish I could just get more clients. I wish I could make more money in my business. And I wish I could, have a business, do the work that I really want to do, and feel like a great mom too, not feel like I'm sucking at both of them, And those are some things, those words that they use. So you have to think, what are the words, the actual words that your dream clients are using? When they're talking in their heads, when they're talking to their friends and they're complaining about their problems. Thank you for the thumbs up. Hi, Laurel, welcome. What are the words that they're using to describe their problems, their dream solutions, if they said, oh, if I had a magic wand and I could just wave the magic wand, this is what I would want. What are those words that they're using? Because I have a sneaking suspicion that the words that you're using in your offers, unless you've been, really worked on something like this before, that they're not the same words as your clients are walking around thinking in their heads before they've ever met you. And that's the key. You want to get to, how are they thinking, what are they saying before they've ever met you? How are they feeling about their problems, and what are they wanting as their dream solution before they've ever heard of you or read about you, and read about the solutions in the way that the solutions that you have and the way that you can help them. So this is, again, a very sneaky, it kind of creeps into our language, our industry jargon, and we become so used to it we can't often see it. And that's one of the reasons that I work with my clients on creating the red hot client booking offers for so much of my Profit Now with Premium program. The offer is like the big thing that you have to get right. And even in the more introductory session I have, that's focus time on kind of troubleshooting your offer, coming up with your offer, your red hot client booking offer. That's we focus specifically on the offer, because if you don't get this part right, then it doesn't matter if you have the best solution in the world. If you're if you could walk on water and solve people's problems, if they don't connect with you when you talk about the work you do, or when they read your offer on your website, on your sales page, if they don't understand that you can really help them, and your offer doesn't connect with them there, then people will just click away. They'll say no. They'll say, oh, it's, I can't afford it, or it's too expensive, or I don't have the time now. Or you'll just hear nothing, you know, and that's really, really sad. Because I know there's so many amazing people out there struggling to connect with their dream clients. And it's not because they're not doing great work. It's because, you know, usually it's something that's pretty easy to fix in your offer. So if you guys have questions or comments, you can go ahead and pop them in the comments. I am going to wrap it up right now. I covered the 3 big mistakes that keep you, that repel your dream clients and keep you struggling to get booked. And to recap, those are that you're focusing on the what, like the process of delivery, like the number of sessions they get or how long each session is. You are not really communicating and describing a problem that your dream clients feel like is a real, urgent problem for them in your offer. That's number 2. And number 3 is that your offer may inadvertently, unconsciously, unknowing to you, be full of these industry jargon words or words that your clients really aren't using to describe their problems or their dream solutions. And those 3 mistakes, my dear, can keep you from connecting with your dream clients and actually getting out there and serving them and helping the people that really want and need your help. So I'm here to help you fix that if you want help with that. You can find out more about me and how I work at christineparma.com/work or under the Work With Me tab. I also have a cheat sheet for you guys about how to create an irresistible offer. And it is an exclusive that you have to know about because it's not on a public page. It's on a hidden page right now. But I want to give that to you guys. It is on my website at christineparma.com/offer-formula. So I will put that in the notes, also in the video, so that you guys can get access to that. Laurel says, good for you, Christine, and all your hard work. You're making a difference. Thank you so much, Laurel. I really, really appreciate it. That's what drives me. That's what keeps me going, is that, and keeps me doing these live streams on business and also the mindset and more kind of inner work live streams that I do on Thursday nights Eastern, is because I feel like if it helps just one person, then it's totally worth it. And I'm putting my good work out there and trying to connect with my dream clients and just people who can benefit from this information and my shares. Thank you so much for sharing that, Laurel. So that's all for today. If you like this video, please share it. And if you have questions, if you're catching this on the replay, please leave your questions in the comments, tag me, and I will get back to you personally. So until I see you Thursday night Eastern, I wish you an amazing day, and I wish you amazing success in your business and your life. And until then, shine brilliantly. Bye-bye for now.